right, everybody, welcome to the 11/11 portal. That is happening on 11/11, November 11th. Ta-da! For those of you who have been following my channel for a while, thank you so much. These kinds of readings are usually the result of requests from people. So I'm doing this definitely different kind of spread, different kind of reading, because this is a powerful energy portal that's happening on November 11th. It is a gateway to higher spiritual consciousness. It can help you activate your frequency. It can help you step into your power. So this reading right now, I'm in the extended, I will look at individual zodiac signs and give a little more, sort of focused attention to each zodiac sign. But right now I want to, do a reading for everybody watching, and let's talk about what needs to happen right now as a collective in order to really activate this energy for ourselves, because part of what we're doing here is not just individually for ourselves, but being part of a collective really expands our power for ourselves. So if we step in and hold hands together and do this together, everybody wins. Take that little bit of 11/11 wisdom as you like. Use it however you choose. All right, so let's see what's going on here. We want to see about what's going on with the 11/11 portal this year, and then what kinds of energies can we expect. Also, how can we work with them, and what's to be the outcome. And then, like I said, in the extended, I'll do each individual zodiac sign just to give a little more information. All right, so let's see where we're going for everybody here. Card underneath is the King of Swords. So there's definitely a need for clarity. I think that was the intention when I got that email about the 11/11 portal, about using it for clarity, for whatever. Could be about relationships, could be about your work, your abundance, your manifesting your career. 11/11 is a powerful number. It is a master number in numerology. I'm going to be doing a numerology class later this fall that you might want to step into to figure out, I see numbers all the time. I see this number, I see that number. What does this mean for me? That numerology class is going to help you figure that out. So I'm sorry, this is kind of bouncing around. All right, so let's look at what's going on. Woo! Check it out. The energy of the portal is the 10 of Cups. Situation is the 4 of Pentacles. I'll talk you through this. 6 of Wands. Okay. Page of Pentacles, High Priestess. Wow. King of Cups. Spoiler alert. Step into your heart chakra, please. Okay. I feel like some of you are holding back. Some of you are not doing that for whatever reason. So let's see where we go here. All right. Wow. So the energy here is really beautiful. I'll do some clarification as I go here. Outcome is the Ace of Swords. So we know that this 11/11 portal can be used to really amp up your authenticity, amp up your game in terms of your individual brand, your individual life path, whatever you're trying to do. 11/11 is 4 ones. Okay, 1 1, ace, is the card of singularity. It is the card of me, myself, and I. It is the card of what do I do for myself? Okay, how can I really put myself out there? How can I really, engage with this energy? Ace of Swords, it's about putting, showing your authentic persona. Okay, not that word, not persona. Persona is something you make up. We're talking about going behind the veil, allowing people to see who we really are. So there's no persona, there's no created person. You're being asked to step into your power more. You're being asked to step into your spiritual power more because people need to see what you have to offer. You're not sharing enough, okay, in your spiritual pursuit, in your, desire to expand into your spiritual path or, work your life calling, your life mission. We need to see you. Okay. So for example, this channel, right? what you see is what you get. This is Mary Jo, how Mary Jo, you ask Colleen, this is like who, right? You know, just by watching, I get the comments all the time, super authentic, just being you. Correct. Correct. And so there can be people who are on YouTube or who are doing their work or whatever, and because they see other people's success, they think they have to be that because that was successful, that worked. But you know what? It's not going to work for you. What's going to work for you is strategically being your own authentic self. That's what's going to work. That's why it's called YouTube. Because it really is about people's personalities and whatever topic they're interested in. And I'm not just, I mean, that's kind of a narrow thing, just talking about YouTube, but I'm using it as kind of an example of how people get seen, how people get their life calling out there, how they express it. And if you're tempted to kind of, sort of cover it up in branding and cool fonts and colors and things like that, those things do have the power of attraction. We're going to do the spiritual business class this January. We talk about branding and all that kind of stuff. It's not nothing. But what's most importantly, especially on 11/11, is you. Okay? It is you standing right there. So here's where we are, the energy of the portal. This is the 10 of Cups. Again, well, let's talk about numerology in this video, okay? So 10 is 1 and 0. And whenever you have, numerologically speaking, whenever you have a double-digit number, notwithstanding the power numbers or the master numbers like 11 and 22 and 33, whenever you have a number like 12 or 45, you add the two numbers together, okay? 1 plus 0 is 1. Again, we're back to the ace. So whenever you see a double digit, like a 1 and 0, a 2 and 0, a 3 and 0, you add them together. 17, you add together. And you're going to get, in this instance, you get 1. So we go from 10 to 1. Love comes from authenticity. True love comes from, expansive authenticity. It's like putting yourself out there, being willing to get hurt, getting your heart stomped on, being willing to do all those things. That must be part of the equation. If you want to be safe, love is not the place for you. Okay? Same thing goes with your spiritual path. It might feel a little bit out there to put yourself out there. But that's what's being asked of you. The situation right now, though, is a lot of you may be holding back. And what's happening is that's kind of creating a little bit of this resistance to being truly authentic, is causing some resentment of anybody who does. So this might be a very specific message for some of you, that if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not doing your calling, and your calling can be anything. It doesn't have to be like some kind of magical mystery, manifesting shaman. It doesn't have to be that. Look at your North Node. We talk about this all the time on the channel. Look at your North Node. That's your spiritual calling. So it can indicate the kind of work you do, but it also can indicate the energy with which you do your work. Authentically true energy, okay? Ace of Swords. So some of you are holding back right now. And I feel like the reason is that something new needs to be learned before there's real impact, okay? So you being you is going to have impact. But you being you with this fire in the belly, learning something new, really wanting to share it, getting it out there, got to get it out there, that's going to be the engine that drives this. So you don't have to be on YouTube. You don't have to be on social media. This can be something that is a local experience. This can be something that has to do with your existing job. This can be something within your existing relationships. It is about being vulnerable. Pages are vulnerable. Children, right? Children are so open. They're so loving. And part of this is like going into learning something new, so excited and like really wanting to learn something new. So whatever you're wanting to bring on board for yourself. Whatever you're wanting to explore, that is something that I feel the 1111 portal is asking of you. Okay? Because there's something in front of you that you've been resisting. It's time to learn it. Whatever you've been resisting, I'm shouting it out right now, whether it's how to do relationships better. It could be about putting yourself out there and getting a relationship. Okay? But no matter what you do, if you're putting yourself out there to date, that dating profile should be super, super duper authentic. Real. Be real. Okay? That's what's being asked of you. And I feel like you know this. This is High Priestess. The answer, whenever I see the High Priestess, is always, comes from inside. The answer comes from inside. So while you're being authentic, you're kind of channeling, this 1111 energy. You're channeling this higher frequency of development. You're doing all of that stuff. And you're plugged into the divine when you're doing that. Okay? So look at this. The opportunity is for victory. The opportunity is to make leaps and bounds and progress of all kinds. You may have recently had some kind of opportunity come across your path or idea. It can come from inside, right? The High Priestess, the idea can come from inside. And it doesn't need to come from an outside source. So have you had some kind of spark of innovation, creativity? That's also what 1111 is about. And this is definitely about putting yourself out there. I feel like what's coming, the near future or the near future, is about being celebrated for this and being celebrated for taking a chance. The universe is doubling down on the information it's sending you. So when you do this, when you step into your power, into your authenticity, the universe goes, oh, you get it. I'm giving you more. Here you go. I'm giving you more inspiration. Here you go. I'm giving you more connection. Here you go. I'm giving you more of your gifts. I'm opening you up. I'm doing all these things. But stepping into your authenticity is the first step. And it has to do with accessing your heart chakra, which is the King of Cups, masculine and feminine, coming into union, creative union internally. When you do that, when you really activate that 1111 energy. Tonight, I am making a meditation to help you activate this energy, activate this heart energy, activate the crown energy by being authentic. That's the meditation that's coming out tonight. Here's a card. But it's not going to come out till later tonight. So this is Wednesday that I'm posting this. Sometimes I know what the day is. Sometimes I don't. But I think I do because I'm talking about 1111. Okay. All right. So it will be very important for you to work through that meditation because there is something blocking. Okay. There is something blocking here and there's fear around it. The 7 of Swords, the fear of being seen, the fear of you showing up, of being yourself, fully yourself. There's haters out there. There's people who don't understand. There's people who aren't on the spiritual path, but they don't show up. They don't show up. When you're really being yourself and you're authentically trying to help other people, just not a thing. Just not a thing. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll go take a look at what's going on with them. Now, we all know also that 1111 is one of the things that people notice most often when they first start on the spiritual path. This is the beginner's code. It is when the thing that most people recognize about the universe trying to flash information at people. 1111 or 111 or numbers repeating is usually the first. It's kind of like the gateway. It's like the gateway drug. It's the gateway to, hey, I'm curious about why I keep seeing 1111 and things like that. So it's one of those things, but it's also really tied in with twin flame. And twin flames, you don't have to be a twin flame to see 1111 all the time, but a lot of twin flames see 1111 all the time. It's basically just the universe saying to you, hey, you are on the spiritual path. Wake up, my darling. Wake up. It's time for you to pay attention. And then wherever the information takes you from there is your spiritual path. It's a breadcrumb kind of experience. It's not super linear. This Thursday, I'm going to do a live with the Pathfinder group. We do a live every Thursday. And this Thursday, I'm going to talk about spiritual path and the stages of your awakening. So if you really are like still just kind of seeing 1111 and you saw this video and you're like, oh, wow. And then you're hearing about twin flames and how it's all interconnected. Your spiritual path has to do with your calling. It's also some of you, a subset of us are twin flames. And so that has, we've been doing videos for 5 years on that. So have at it. There's a lot of information on this channel and there's about to be a lot more. So if you want to know more about twin flames and 1111, that numerology class, like I said, but think about it this way. I'm going to get I'll use this deck and I will pull the Four of Wands because that's the card that really illustrates, to me anyway, the 1111 in a visual representation. And when you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. So a lot of people do connect twin flames with 1111. 1111, seeing that on the 1111 on your clock and all that kind of stuff. You see how there's four sticks, okay? And when you think about, or four wands, four poles, whatever it is, 4 is a very solid, stable number, and that's 1111. Now 1111, as it has to do with twin flames, is basically a wake-up call for those of you who are on the spiritual path. And like I said, that's usually the first thing twin flame people see is 1111. That's how they wake up to their spiritual path. All right, so I am going to look at all the zodiac signs. I'm going to give you individual information. I think I'll take this reading a little bit further. If this has resonated for you, if you've been feeling this, like you wanted to step into your individual power a little bit more, the 1111 portal is for you, okay? All right, link is below if you want to continue on. There's also a link to the meditation that will show up later on Wednesday evening, okay? And if it's already Thursday, you can find it already. The link is here, the card is here, okay? All right, my darlings. See you on the flip side.